Salutations, air signs. We're listening to 528 Hertz Energy Cleanse. I just added this to my solfeggio meditation playlist. There's several different ones at that Hertz that are in that playlist. So air signs, Aquarius, Gemini, Libra, or if you have these in significant placement in your chart and resonate with them, you may be listening to this as well. Thank you for being here. Thank you for being you. I appreciate you so much. So a little bit different this time as opposed to last time. Last time I had a separate card for each person from each deck. And this time we're going to do an air sign reading from all three. And then we are going to pull clarifying cards from whichever one of my decks speaks to me in the moment. So we're beginning with Earth Warriors Oracle here because air signs need some grounding here. This is the Earth Warriors deck by Alana Fairchild. Circle Cross of Tenon, rare intersection of heaven and earth. So what came up in the general reading that I just did was that we are in the land in between and shamanic journeying needs to happen. And this is definitely the energy I'm feeling here. The number 5 is coming up again. 5 came up with the number 23 card from the Priestess of Light deck for Shamanic Journey. So connecting with the earth in meditation, going outside in meditation as much as possible. I am craving a hike so bad. I'm just waiting for a little bit warmer weather. I'm sorry, but I am not the one to hike in negative temperatures. Those who can and do are badasses. I'm still a badass too, but I have my own ways. So your plans and purpose are in alignment with greater cosmic forces. Whether you see it coming or not, things will fall into place and what you have been working towards will come to fruition. A rare intersection of heaven and earth will result in a precious manifestation of grace. The divine shall correct a situation that is in need of realignment. Fear not, pray boldly, and be faithful, all is well. Really watch the general reading that I did if you have not already. That should be helpful as well. So your soul is a facilitator of sacred union between the spiritual realms and the earthly world. Whether you do this as an artist, a healer, an activist, a priestess, or shaman, or in some other way, honor your path and your purpose. Take care of yourself and prioritize your spiritual life according to the practices and methods that help you remain open, connected, and grounded with your heart open to Great Spirit and moved by love for our earth. You are part of a team of souls working to keep the balance of light on our planet intact, accessible, and vital. Offer yourself to the divine plan without holding anything back, and know that you shall be helped in countless ways, just as you offer your own will and talent to the sacred purpose of healing in this world. There are times when heaven and earth align and the power unleashed is considerable. People rally and situations fall into place. As if by a miracle, patience, persistence, effort, and energy finally come together and a creation of tangible goodness takes shape in the world. It can be unexpected. You may even have almost given up hope. Then suddenly everything comes together. The circle cross of Tenon is a sign of such a happening in your world, a moment of powerful grace where spirit makes its presence felt upon the earth. The hawk is typically a solar creature thriving in the light, and yet there are some hawks that are able to hunt by night. You, like the rare lunar hawk, are one who is of the light yet can move through the darkness successfully. You have enough spiritual light within you to be able to see your way through lies and deception and find the truth that you seek. What you are seeking is meant to be yours by divine right. Keep up the process of growth and inquiry, and it will come to you at the right moment according to higher spiritual law, through the operation of spiritual grace. The priestess, the one who bridges heaven and earth, dwells within the lunar pyramid of the ancient city of Teotihuacan, known as Tenon, with the circle crosses as her guide. She intuitively knows when and how to call for heavenly assistance, as all priestesses do. Tap into the divine feminine. Part of her role is prayer for those in her spiritual care, invoking divine love and requesting heavenly assistance and grace for all living beings. This is her spiritual responsibility to keep the channels between heaven and earth not only open but healthy and robust, active and stable. Why? Because she is capable of doing so. This is your sacred role also. Pray to the unconditionally loving divine source for all events, for all beings. Take active steps to fulfill your destiny and be the living channel for spiritual grace that you are destined to be. And you can't see it quite as well in this card, but here is the circle cross. In meditation, either create that symbol or envision it. And envision it as a gateway of unconditional love. I'm going to finish this card up with a prayer. On behalf of all humanity, I invoke divine love, light, and wisdom for the fulfillment of purpose for all divine beings. May we be assisted through the endless divine resource for the greatest good for all generations. May divine grace evoke light, love, and higher consciousness in all realms. How can we work this light, this message? Call upon the Council of Light. Be the embodiment of the Council of Light. This is divine orchestration, and there are helpers in the subtle realms. Council of Light is a team of benevolent beings who are here to assist the raising of consciousness of the planet. They are here to help you achieve your soul mission and are guiding you every step of the way. However, because we live in a world where free will reigns, they cannot help you without your permission. If you would like their assistance, it is time to ask them. They can help with all kinds of requests. Nothing is too big or too small. Think of them as your personal team of helpers in the spirit realm. They are willing and ready to step in and get to work. What would you like help with? What tasks would you like to delegate to them? The Council of Light is a team of ascended masters, light beings, angels, and guides devoted to the rising of earth and all humanity. If you are a light worker, it is from them that you receive your personal mission. Like a spirit world United Nations, they want to thank you so much for doing this work and devoting your life to uplifting the planet. Pray to them for clarity and guidance regarding your personal mission. Put in your requests and let them get to work. Hold your hand to your heart and say, Council of Light, I am ready to receive your help for fulfilling my personal dharmic mission. Thank you for guiding me with clarity every step of the way and for sending me helpers and experiences that delight my mind, body, and soul. And if you are called to do so, put your hand over your heart and say, Dear God, dear Jesus, I am ready to receive your help for fulfilling my personal purpose and divinely appointed mission here on earth. Thank you for guiding me with clarity every step of the way and for sending me helpers and experiences that delight my mind, body, and soul. And we're going to finish this air sign reading for Aquarius, Gemini, and Libra with Divine Feminine. This is the Divine Feminine Oracle by Megan Watterson. One card, please. One card. Which one? How about you? Perpetua, the Saint of Authenticity. I am my authentic self in all circumstances. Grounding yourself with the earth will assist in that. You are here to work your purpose, your true, authentic purpose. Call upon the Divine Feminines, Saint Perpetua. Sorry, my cat is like right in between me and the book, and I'm trying to find the page to read from. Okay, so I am my authentic self in all circumstances. The Catholic Saint Vibia Perpetua shows us the power of authenticity. Perpetua was a married noblewoman and mother living in 3rd century Carthage, which is modern-day Tunisia in North Africa. The Roman Emperor Septimus Severus forbade any conversions to Judaism or Christianity. In celebration of his birthday, several catechumens, I hope I said that right, or Christians being instructed in the faith, were arrested. Perpetua, along with a pregnant slave named Felicitas, were among them. Those who would not renounce their faith were sentenced to a public death in the arena. While Perpetua waited for her trial, she kept a prison diary. The Passion of Saint Perpetua has become one of the oldest and most extraordinary early Christian texts. At one point in the Passion, Perpetua describes a visit from her father. He begs her to renounce Christianity. She asks him, "See that pot lying there? Can you call it by any other name than what it is?" And when her father answers no, of course not, Perpetua continues, "Neither can I call myself by any other name than what I am, a Christian." The name Perpetua is derived from the Latin perpetuus, meaning continuous. Even though her father visited several more times to plead with her to be a dutiful daughter, wife, and mother, Perpetua refused to renounce her faith in Christ. And she maintained this truth as paramount at a time when a woman's societal role was defined by her father and husband. Her prison diary also relates her relationship with Saint Felicitas and the class structures that Christianity transcends. Even though one is a noblewoman and one is a slave, they died in the arena together in 203 CE as equals and as sisters. When we find the courage to be true to who we are, a vitality returns to us, a voice that's both moving and compelling simply because it's authentic. Saint Perpetua's words in her very personal and emotional diary were so impactful that 200 years later, the renowned church father Augustine would write about their beauty and truth. Saint Perpetua suggests that there is no greater power than choosing to remain our authentic self in all circumstances. She's that person who remained loyal to her soul, and she urges us through her example to embrace the power of being authentic now. Even in the face of death, she courageously held fast to her truth that she was Christian. Her right hand reveals the Christ mudra. She also reminds us that journal writing can be a sacred act of returning to ourselves, of listening to the soul voice within us, and of going inward to find our answers. Perpetua is a call to a journal writing practice, even if it's just to record our dreams each morning. The inner voice that greets us as we write strengthens our authenticity. That voice becomes a light, a fire that calls to us and claims us as we dare to live out its truth. So ask yourself, what is the truest statement I can say about who I am? And set forth the intention, I am my authentic self in all circumstances. That's beautiful. Definitely the same messages are coming through a little bit here that were in the general reading, so please do, if you have time and are so inclined, watch the general reading as well, because and that one is labeled, what is that labeled here? Trust your cosmic path. That one, a lot of similar messages. This one is more tailored towards the air signs. Beautiful, beautiful, lovely reading coming through. I don't know what's happening with my camera today. It's like all crooked. You should see like how I have this set up. It's so funny. Whatever. Okay, so now I would like to pull a specific clarifying card for each of the signs. Beginning with Aquarius, what What deck do we want for Aquarius? So the Starseed Oracle is calling to me for Aquarius here. Oh, sorry, kitty. My cat was on my lap. I had to pick her up and move her. She hates that. I know you hate it. Alright, so for Aquarius here. Starseed Oracle. Hi, Rebecca Campbell. Aquarius. Clarifying card for Aquarius. Your life is a canvas. Focus on your art, manifestation, creative accountability. So creativity with follow through. Purpose, intention. You're the artist of your life, and your life is a canvas. Take responsibility for your ability to create. Earth is known as a planet of manifestation. Your present moment is based on your past thoughts and beliefs. Your current thoughts determine your future. What kind of life do you want to create for the future? What are you being called to create? Reconnect with your manifesting power and align your thoughts, feelings, and actions with the vibration that matches them. It's never too late to start, and no experience is required. All you need is an open heart and mind and consistent daily action. If you're not sure what you'd like to create, start instead with a feeling of deep gratitude for all that's good in your life right now. State out loud what you're most thankful for. Look for the good in your life, and one thing will be certain: you'll find yourself attracting more and more good experiences into your world. This card is inviting you to see your entire life as a canvas, and the picture is completely up to you. Color it with your thoughts and feelings. Create the life that you most long to live. You may also be called to be more creative in your everyday life. What have you been called to create? How can you express yourself more creatively? Lovely message for Aquarius there. Next we have Gemini. Which deck for Gemini, please? The Moonology actually is calling to me. This is a Moonology card, Oracle cards, by Yasmin Boland. I also recommend her Moonology diary. So for Gemini, one card please for Gemini. The end of a tough cycle approaches. Full moon in Capricorn. Kitty's here. So, yes, you're reaching the end of your tough cycle, your current tough cycle. Release any resistance, stubbornness, old habits, or anything like that that you might be holding on to. Any judgments that you have against yourself. Anger towards the past. How hard are you willing to work for what you want? This card is reminding you that effort is required. Work issues may be about to come to a head when this card comes up. If you are wondering if you should stay in your job or leave, this card can be a strong sign to make an exit, or maybe you recently made an exit. If that is so, express deep gratitude for that change and let go of any energy from the past that you may be holding on to. So this card is that signals forecast the end of a rough time, and it asks you to consider how ambitious you are and whether you're prepared to pull out all the stops to make your professional dreams come true without being ruthless. With a love question, this card can be a call to face reality. So look at your reality, rather than see something for what it truly is rather than what you hope it to be. While we want to hold space for higher timelines, we don't want to create a situation of abuse for ourselves because we only see the good in people. So whatever situation you're asking about, making a plan will help. Again, that journaling. If your personal life is troubled, prioritize it more. Mantra is releasing control and trust in the universe. So I release control and I trust the universe. It's time to stop fearing the worst and find a balance between your personal life and your in all other areas of your life. So Capricorn has a very strong work ethic and energy, and this will more than likely come up when you're asking a professional question. So if you've been thinking about that a lot, career path and purpose. Purpose is definitely a huge thing right now, absolutely. Purpose is not what we think it is. So if your question is about another matter, it will serve as a much needed reminder to move through any feelings of hopelessness that you may have been feeling about your situation. And this applies no matter when you draw the card. So making a plan is far better use of your time than worrying. Okay? And even if things don't go according to that plan, again, it's a much better use of your time than worrying. So that was for Gemini. We have for Libra, what do we have for Libra? The mermaids for Libra. So, some emotions, Libra. What's happening? What's happening? Some sad, something. There's a emotional. It's very, like, if you have somebody in your life that can give you a hug. So we're asking messages from the mermaids for Libra, one card for Libra. So, contemplation. The answer to the void you're feeling is in deep contemplation. You are the answer that you are searching for. You are the one. so interesting how the messages are weaving and webbing today through all of the multiple decks. It's a very interesting thing. I know it works like that, but it's still, whew. So contemplate your current situation and allow your thoughts and feelings to flow, Libra. Use your mind in conjunction with your heart and think things through before making decisions. No rash action. Hold your kitty or hold a kitty if you need to. Don't ruin the camera though, Angle Kitty girl. Okay, settle down. Alright. Enjoying her time in contemplation, this mermaid uses her creativity to look at various outcomes and scenarios. The beauty of this is that it can be a fun and creative process, allowing you to imagine you're experiencing the things you're contemplating without doing anything in physical reality. It's a bit like trying before you buy or commit. This situation calls for you to think deeply, using your wisdom and imagination to arrive at wholesome solutions. Your feelings may be a bit confused right now, and you're prone to follow your heart, which is usually a good thing. This situation calls for you to use your mind in conjunction with your heart and think things through rationally before coming to any decisions, especially potentially life-changing ones. Contemplation is a type of meditation, only it entails engaging with your mind instead of trying to stop the thoughts. When you use your mind and heart wisdom in unison, it's possible to make major decisions in life knowing you've covered all angles and explored several options and outcomes in the safety of your own imagination. Perhaps someone close to you is contemplating their future. Let them know the importance of staying in a positive state of mind when going through this process, as what we project can come into being. So it's wise to be mindful of this as you contemplate and play with the possibilities. Oh, beautiful, beautiful. So there you have it, my lovely air signs, Aquarius, Gemini, Libra. Thank you for being here, and thank you for being you. Shmi thanks you for being you. She loves you too. Yes. See, she gives loves. She sends loves and hugs. Thank you again for being here, air signs. I appreciate you so much. And we'll talk to you again soon. Take care.